Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester, Marvel Heroes 2015 edition, looking at the top 18 most powerful heroes in the game. Last episode we looked at number 4, Blade. We are now going to be looking at the third most powerful hero in the game. And who would that be? That happens to be Captain America. So, Captain America, he has the mechanic here where he is going to deflect attacks and strike enemies with certain powers. Is going to generate a serum. Whenever you use a serum tag power, it's going to consume one serum to reduce that power's cooldown by 4 seconds. So, so you're trying to generate this as fast as you can, so that way all of your powers that are cooldowns, which are most of them have cooldowns, you're going to be getting these cooldowns back even faster and faster and faster, which means you're going to be doing huge amounts of damage faster and faster and faster. You just want to generate this as fast as you can. You can see each time we hit with this power, it's going to generate 2 serums. Hit, does some pretty good amount of damage. And then we can activate, our airborne assault. Oh, normally it has a cooldown of 8 seconds. Oh, wait, no, we're going to get that back in 4 seconds now. Oh, yeah, by the way, we can spend an additional 3 serum if available to increase the damage by 100%. Oh my god, there's just so many cool things that you can do. And because of this, and because he's getting energized because of his serum, he just does a lot of damage. That's not really kind of visible and things you can see, but I've had this Star Spangled Strike. I've seen this brutal strike for 7.4 million points of damage, which is obviously huge. It has a huge amount of area. Oh, and by the way, we're just going to let you restore 91.8% of your maximum spirit, by the way. And by the way, we're going to reduce the cooldown by 4 seconds if you spend a serum. Oh, so normally it's 28 seconds. Well, we'll just let you do this over again in 24 seconds. And oh, by the way, just because we can, we're going to give you a buff that's like, 2,000 to your damage rating, 1,000 to your defenses. Why not give you 1,000 to your deflection? And, instead of having it last like 6 seconds or 5 seconds or 8 seconds like a lot of heroes, well, because you're Captain America, we're going to give you this buff duration for a whopping 10 seconds. Holy cow. Holy cow. He is a total beast. Every single one of his powers does a million points of damage pretty regularly. Maybe his default attack might not, but all of his other powers, and it's not that they just do a million points of damage, it's the fact that they don't just do a million, they do 2 to 3 to 4 million points of damage pretty consistently over and over and over again. Airborne assault, again, there's all of these, the physical damage rating, again, pretty impressive to begin with, but then you throw on things like, oh yeah, we're going to reduce the cooldown by 4 seconds, and, might as well use an additional 3 serum and, increase the damage by 100%, and oh yeah, we'll make enemies vulnerable for, 8 seconds, and, well, you can do this power again in 4 seconds instead of 8 seconds because you're spending a serum. Oh my god, just serum, is just energizing every one of his powers. It makes him just totally great. As far as his ranks go, it's probably a good thing that we don't have like 48 and 45s and 46s like Blade, because then Captain America would just be crazy good. He's at a 42, 40, 41, 43, 38, 42, 42, 38. So he's pretty much in the 40 to 42 range, a couple above that and a couple below that, which we've seen a lot of these heroes at. So he kind of falls right in that category rank-wise. Nothing too crazy good, but nothing too crazy weird either. That's probably why he's the third most powerful hero in the game, I would assume. You can see lots of stat lines on his powers. I mean, you can just see the box is a huge, huge box. It's not just a little tiny, here's what you get type thing. It's giving you lots and lots of different text. Gain 26 spirit and health when you hit with the movement power. When you spend a power that uses serum, activate the invader's aura that gives you and your allies 1,173 defense. Oh yeah, let's check out his stats, by the way. Oh, damage reduction, 53%. Oh yeah, not only that, we're going to give you almost 3,000 damage rating. Stat line. Stat line is a very respectable 1514 without any pet. Very, very nice numbers. If we look at his total, we have a 54% chance of critical hitting, and then we have a 55% chance of brutal striking. Those numbers are through the roof good. 54 and 55 are really, really good numbers, and of course that's probably why he's the third most powerful hero in the game currently. His ultimate power, Avengers Assemble. It's probably what keeps him from becoming number 2 or number 1. It's a good ultimate power. Again, just like we looked at with Blade, not great. It does a very nice amount of damage. You can end up wasting a lot of the damage, though, with the reflection off of your shield, so unless you're really targeting somebody, you can end up losing a little bit of that damage. But overall, I mean, it's a very nice power. It lasts for 21 seconds. You and your allies are empowered, increasing all your base damage by 40%. You have a 100% chance to deflect all incoming damage from all attacks for 21 seconds. Oh, wow. I mean, that's just 100% chance to deflect all damage coming in. Really? So, wow. That's just huge. And of course, we haven't even looked at the damage numbers, but, 5-second knockdown duration, you're going to be doing, 3 to 500,000 points of damage. Oh yeah, by the way, we're going to also give you another damage that's going to do 3 to 500,000. And not only that, but we're going to revive all fallen teammates while we're doing it. Very, very nice power. It's not over the top great. It's, kind of in line with a lot of the other heroes' ultimate powers. It doesn't kind of separate Captain America that way. What separates Captain America maybe from number 5 or number 6 or number 7 on the list is the serum, basically making him do a lot of extra damage that you don't see in the numbers, because you're going to be spending that serum to get 100% extra damage, or you're going to be able to activate this power very quickly. And of course, the serum itself is giving us a huge, huge passive effect. We only have about 2 points into it, and anytime we deflect an attack or deflect a projectile, we're going to gain 5 spirit. Whenever we deflect an attack, we're going to gain a serum. You and your allies always get toughness, which increases our defensive rating. So, very, very tough hero. Has very nice amount of health, 24,000. You put onto that the ability that he has 53% damage reduction numbers, which is a lot higher than any of the other heroes I think we've seen so far. He can stay in the fight all day long, and because the serum is letting him get these powers back so fast, instead of a normal 8-second cooldown, he's getting them back in 4 seconds. And then energizing him with the serum, he's going to be doing a ton of damage. And like I said, if we could really fine-tune him and get him a few more juicy points on these powers, he'd even be, it would be hard to keep him out of the number 2 spot, or maybe even the number 1 spot. He's, again, we're talking about the top 10 heroes. We're just talking about minute, fine details between number 6 and number 7, or number 8 and number 9, or number 3 and number 4, as the case might be here. We're talking about minute details. Number 8 could come down to number 4 spot without, hardly any hesitation for me. But when I'm really kind of narrowing down the minute details about what makes this hero, which one of these heroes, if I was going to put them all up against one another with the same powers and the same the same items, the same stat line, the same everything, which one of these heroes, because of their powers and abilities, would come out on top. And I think Captain America would be number 2 most powerful hero in the game. One of the Avengers, the leader of the Avengers, is number 3. So that only leaves two heroes that are more powerful than Captain America. Who, oh who will they be? If you've been following along and you've been watching, you've probably got a pretty good idea of who's left on the list. If you haven't, be sure to come back and watch our episode for the second most powerful hero in the game, coming shortly. Thanks for watching.